So I'm going to start recording. So I made notes because I want to first kind of find out what people are struggling with first, or feel like that you guys have a hard time. I want this to be interactive. So I want to, Angie, I'm going to unmute you too. And I want everyone just to kind of give me what you feel like you guys are struggling with or have a hard time with first. And then I'm going to kind of go over my like structure and what helps me, what's been really helping build my business through social media, so we can kind of like go through that, because there's some huge keys that I've been learning lately and I really want to help you guys. So what are some things that you feel like you have a harder time on, or, you know, needing help in, or, you know, whatever it is? Anyone? Yeah, I can hear you.
It's just learning, I guess, more product knowledge and the whole marketing aspect of it.
The marketing
aspect. I've never been like, not that I'm not calling anyone pushy or anything like that. It's just, I'm not type where you like it, cool. You don't, all right, bye. You know, like, yeah. I need to be more, I guess, more open, more out there.
I have clothes on.
I swear. As far as that, like, yes, definitely stepping outside of comfort zones is the hardest part, I think, for everybody, because there's a lot of people, like for me, I've always been blunt, and that's easier for me. And some people, there's like, it's harder for them to kind of get outside of that comfort zone. And especially when you're new to this type of industry, it's hard to kind of understand the best way to be you and still grow your networking business. So what I like to, you know, in general, there's always going to be no's. Like, and that's what I want you guys to understand. There's always no's, but what those no's are, that just means not right now. They're 90%, like, not even, I don't even know the ratio, but like every person that has told me no, and that I followed up with them, just even if it's like after a month or a couple weeks or whatever it may be, they end up joining, or they end up being a part of this and trying the product, because I'm persistent and I'm consistent. And that's the two things it comes to, I think. Social media is like the key for your industry. Like, we can all reach our warm market, which is our friends, our family, you know, acquaintances that know us, things like that in person. But that's not going to be your bread and butter. Like, your bread and butter is your social media. And so being part of this industry is definitely probably stepping outside of comfort zones for some people. But when you find what works for you, like what's your brand, who you are as a person, what represents you as a person, and you start utilizing that through your social media and posting things that are true to you and your heart, you'll have people that come to you and want to know what you're doing and want to be a part of it and see how it's changing your life. And it all comes down to like being confident, even if you don't know what you're doing. And but it's true, because I had no idea what I was doing when I did this business. Like, I didn't know about any of the products or anything. But within my first 3 days, I knew, because I knew what I had my hands on, and that passion came across to when I was talking to people. Like, I hit my, you know what I mean? That's what sold people, is that passion and that confidence. Yeah. So social media, like posting, you got to start in order to like go. And that's,
yeah, I think that's my issue. Like, I'm blunt, you know me. Like, I'll tell you how it is. It's just, I think I'm too blunt for people sometimes. But as far as social media, like, you know that too. I'm not on there a lot either. I'm on there, but I'm not like posting a lot. So that's like, I got to get in that comfort zone. You know what I mean? Get out of that comfort.
Started. So don't feel like there's like a right or wrong. Honestly, like, everyone starts at their own pace and will grow at their own pace. And don't compare like your journey to somebody else's. And I think that's like the first key. And I want everyone to write down, like, what I like for all my girls to do is write down your goals for the first month. Like, where do you see yourself? Speak life into your like month or what day, every day. And you have to do something to grow your business. So the key thing is, you guys, we're in a network marketing industry, and that comes down to showing your face out there. Networking is networking. So it's same concept. If you went to your favorite, you know, nail shop, and you go and tell people about how amazing their nails are, and then you talk about, you know, this is the person, or your favorite hair person, you're networking their business for them. That is networking, is sharing what you are passionate about, sharing what you believe in. So just on like a smaller scale of things, we're doing that, but we're doing it in a way that is going to help other people. And when you see the concept of what our products do and you experience it and you fall in love with it and you see how amazing our products are, it's premium nutrition that's deposited directly into your body and filling those nutritional gaps. Like, people want that. People see me and how I was like working my ass off and going to school and, not drinking coffee all the time. And, my friends that know me saw that. And then how I went cold turkey one day. People want that. People don't want to. That's like when you posted that today, Jen, that was good. And it caused engagement. It caused people to be a part of it. So, for example, guys, when you have people that are commenting and liking on your stuff, the more you interact on your profile or the more you interact on your other people's posts, the more it boosts your name out there and the more it boosts your engagement. So when I have people commenting on my stuff, I always go in and just put like, oh, thank you so much, or heart, or whatever it may be. I always go through and comment on everyone's post that comments on my stuff, that goes in and likes on my stuff. Anyone that likes my stuff, I go in, and you don't, like, this is just me. I go in. I'm going to mute you guys just for while I'm talking, just so everyone can hear. But what I do is I go in and I say thank you so much for showing love on my posts. Like, especially a lot of times it's usually other multi-level marketer companies that are doing it. And so what I do is I voice note it and I say, I really appreciate taking time out of your day just to show like a comment on my post or like on my post. I appreciate the support. It means a lot. And I leave it at that. Like, I put my name out there so they see me like right off the bat. They're probably going to think I'm going to start cold messaging them because that's what they're used to, but I'm not. Then from there, I write their name down in my journals. I have a couple journals. My dog just tore mine up, so don't mind me, but I have journals. And I write their name down, and then I will go in and I'll like and comment on their profile for a while. I'll be engaged in their everyday life. Or, not psychotically where I look like a stalker, but every couple days I'll like go in and just like comment and look like, oh my goodness, I hope you had a good Mother's Day. Or it looks like you had so much fun at the ice cream place. I go in and build my name out there. I'm interacting and building a relationship. Because as you build and as people see your name, they'll start seeing you a real person and not a sales ad. And they're start seeing you as someone that's like genuinely interested in like their life. And I have girls every day, just because how I am so open with my past, that message me asking for guidance on how to get out of the circumstance they're in. Or, thank you so much for sharing about your addiction because that was me so long ago. And, you're inspirational because from where you are to where you're at now. Whatever it may be, find those brands that represent who you are. If you're a mom, like Rachel, you're a tattoo artist, this is like life. Like, you're very active in that community. You're a mom, you're from, whatever represents you, build upon that. Who you are as a mom, who you are as a person, your little neeks. Like, I love redoing furniture and like decorating and stuff like that. So there's things like when I get new decor, I'll post about, or, in corporate, you don't have to post only about the products or only about the business. Like, when you guys go through my Facebook, I'm posting things that are going to hit someone's heart or that are going to make people wonder, like, what is she doing? Like, yesterday I was outside on my patio listening to self-development. I just took a quick picture, and I'll go into this part in a second. And I just posted like literally what my real day was. Like, I literally got up and did all that stuff. And if it wasn't for my products, I would be running to my Keurig every like every hour or two to feel good throughout the day. And I don't have to do that anymore. I'm not a slave to coffee anymore. And, people, you'd be surprised how much people like messaged you from just being like true and honest and real. And I don't want people cold messaging, but I do go in and say, thank you for showing love on my post, or thank you for, taking the time out of your day to do so. And just put my name out to the people that are commenting and liking, because then it goes a lot further. And those are potentials. Those are people that are watching your story. Those are people who are curious about what you're doing. Everybody is a potential. Nobody is out of this industry, because people that used to make fun of me all the time for this industry and that would knock me about, the products, or, they don't believe in it or whatever it may be, that's cool. You don't have to believe in what I do. I know what I do. I know what the products do for me. I know what it's doing for my household and my bills. And that confidence and that passion right there is why people end up coming back to me months later and be like, okay, I give in. I want to be a part of this. It's not about right now. It's about the seed you're planting. So like, I'm going to unmute people just to kind of talk about that now. And then I want to go into like the attraction marketing of it and picture and telling a story through pictures. So what questions do you guys have on that part? Like building rapport, that kind of stuff. You guys?
I just was going to say something.
Go ahead, Angie.
I don't have a real question, but I just wanted to add to it that I totally agree. Sometimes you'll post and post and post and post about the business, but what gets more attention is when you're just posting about you and about your life. And I am a goofball, and most of my posts will be like bad mom posts, you know, silly, funny mom posts or whatever. And those seem to get more attention. And honestly, sometimes I'll integrate that in with Thrive, you know, and that really helps more than, hey, I've got a sale. Hey, there's this much off. I actually did it earlier. I posted a stupid, when Ashley Casey talked about how, look, I've only got 10 spots left for the half off. I got all excited and started getting all spammy all of a sudden. And I posted this stupid post about, hey, I only have 2 spots left. And then like literally a minute later, I deleted it because I thought, what am I doing? I'm slipping back into my old network.
Like the old gig side thing. Yeah.
So I immediately deleted it and then made it a lifestyle post. And that has been starting to get attention. So it's kind of easy to slip into that. But when you post more about you and your life, it gets so much more attention because it's so much more relatable.
It's so true. Like it very is true, you guys. Like it's okay to make mistakes in your posting, but I would rather you guys make mistakes in your posting than not post at all and not being consistent. And that is something that I have to stress out so much, you guys. If you're not being if you're not being consistent, then how the hell do you think people are going to trust you with their business and their life? Like you're going to be their leader and they're trying to come to you. And if you're not posting every day, or if you're not working your business every day, and if you're not reaching out to people every day, then why would they want to be a part of your team? Honestly, like if you can't be the leader that they need to help change their life, then I wouldn't want to be a part of your team. And that's just something I have to put in perspective straight up from the bat, because it frustrates me so much when I see girls that reach out to me, join my team, that want to change, that want to be a part of this, and that want to change their life, then don't do nothing with it. Or they post for 3 days, a week, 2 weeks, and because they're not getting that microwave effect and they're not getting their paycheck at $100 every week because you're not putting in the work, that's your fault. You're not working your business the way that you deserve. If you went and gone and opened up a restaurant or a hair salon or anything, and the thousands of dollars that you have to put in to start that business, you're going to do everything you can to grow that business until it succeeds. Same concept, except for the beauty of this, there's no cap in this industry. This industry is literally marketed to so many people. Men and women want to feel healthy from the inside out. And it starts with making sure your body is feeling its best from the inside out. I lost from 200 to 135. And you guys, it still comes down to what I'm putting in my body. I can be at the gym every day and still be eating like shit if I'm not putting the correct stuff in my body for it to feel its best. And so you have to build that value. That is where it comes down to, is building the value so people can see it in a different perspective. Because we all have our own perspectives. And when you open someone else's mind to their, like, seeing it in a bigger view, like, people will make time for what they want. People will work and make it happen for what they want. If they want to change, they will change. If you want this business to succeed, you will remove all excuses and make sure it succeeds, straight up. And so for example, I have girls that, want this, but they're not doing anything, or they're letting their fear or excuses get in the way. And I am harsh sometimes, you guys. And that's just because you have to hear it how it is. And I believe in you, but I'm not going to want it more than you want it. And that's where it kind of comes down, because no one's different than me. No one's different than Katie. No one's different than Em. No one's different than any of our leaders. Like, we're all the same. Everyone is the exact same. It comes down to what you train your mind to think, the actions that you do every day, and taking the tools that we teach you and doing it. There's a reason why some things do work. So like when it comes to social media, being consistent is going to be huge for your business. The minute someone sees you not be it, they're like, oh, cool. People notice it. You think people aren't watching because they're not reaching out to you on a daily? They're watching, 1000%. So being consistent. And then, for example, just off of that, being, like your pictures, you guys, I know it's kind of ridiculous and I'm gonna it's gonna sound funny and some people think I'm crazy for this, but like editing your pictures, even if it's like brightening them, contrasting them a little bit and crisping them up a little bit, just a little, is going to be a game changer for what people see visually. People are going to see that within their first 5 seconds of scrolling through Facebook. And when you go through, I don't know if you guys, I'll try to figure like a post that I can show. When you go through and you see someone that has like a blurry picture or not a good looking picture, or, you know, you're going to scroll right past it. Honestly, it's not attractive. But if you go to, I don't even know, I have to find someone that's not on my team and I have to find someone that's not posting correctly. But if you went to it and you go to someone's post and you see like it's just a bunch of videos shared, or it's just a bunch of like negativeness, or it's a bunch of recipes, or it's a bunch of like words, that's not really visually like eye-catching. And we're all people that like see visually. So I'm gonna unmute you guys just so I can like kind of have you guys interact a little bit on this, because I want you guys to ask questions in regards to this, because this is something that's really key. So if you guys, it's not a big deal, but what do you guys feel about that part, like the editing part? Can you?
So I have a question.
Go ahead, Ashley.
So I'm just having trouble. I know that like sometimes it's good to tell your story and there's like a whole bunch of words, but I've been trying to kind of like minimize the words, because, you know, like you said, people are attracted to like nice looking pictures. They don't want to sit there and like sometimes read a whole bunch of stuff. Like I'm just like having trouble sometimes.
How do you feel like when it's okay to post a paragraph versus like when it's not?
Yeah.
Even I struggle with that. Like, and honestly, like there's times where I can, and like lately some of my posts have been on the longer side, but there's a really good message behind them. So I think when it comes to that, you have to do, sorry, I'm just muting everyone. Me and you are talking real quick and then I'll unmute everyone. You have to do it where you feel like it's right or wrong timing, I guess. I go through and on my Facebook sometimes, and I'll go through and kind of see what I posted first, like the last few days, what my consistent kind of theme, if it's been a lot of selfies of me or a lot of pictures of me and my boyfriend, or, you know, some of my, you know, my son, or I want it to show my life. But if it's too much of one thing, then I'm like, no, I need to switch it up. So there's sometimes where I'll just like, if I know I need to say this and I'm trying to help other people, there's no problem going in and doing like something that's genuine to you. And you guys, I have a lot of girls that ask me where I get my inspiration from some of my posts. Like I literally will go through, and if you guys don't have time for it, because I worked full time too. Like I'm on short-term disability. Like, let me be really, really quick. Okay. I'm on short-term disability for the next 2 weeks because I'm about to quit my job. And the only reason why I'm doing that is because I'm about to make more than I am at my full-time job than I am at USAA. I work for the military insurance company. And so my thing is, you guys, if time is an issue, you'll make time for what you need. Like if you want this, you'll make time for it. I was working and going to school 16 hours a day when I started this business. So that part, I just want to set that aside and just let you guys know, if posting is hard for you, remove that thought in your mind and make it happen, because that's the key to your business. So when it comes to posting though, I go through and I'll go on Ems or Lindsay or Megan or whoever I like kind of relate to the most. Like there's times I go through Sin Lee or, you know, Chloe's post. There's like even like 12, you know, people underneath me. I'll go through because they know how to word things good. And I'll go through and I'll go on my phone and just get inspiration and just kind of start typing based off of the little pieces that I like out of other people's posts. Like if there's something about someone's post that I like, I go through and make it my own, but just like a little paragraph about that. And then I'll go through and like do something else, like someone else's post, and take a little paragraph out of that and make it my own wording. And then I'll formulate a story on it. If that's something that you guys have a hard time getting inspiration from, I'm constantly utilizing my leaders' post and coming up with ideas to word it into me and my life. Like if there's something that like I go back and scroll through from a few weeks ago that they had posted, like for me, I was almost triple diamond for It Works. And there's words that like were in, because she was in the previous company too, how she worded like that hamster wheel of maintaining ranks and stuff. I utilized that post, but what I did was I completely reworded it and completely did it into my own style, but had the same kind of, that's where I got my inspiration from. So that's kind of like where I go with that. And if it's long, then it's long. If it's short, then it's short. Just kind of find a balance, because sometimes people do get like, you know, oh, I don't want to read this whole thing. Or
Yeah.
And if I do that, I go live sometimes and I'll talk about, you know, that longer post. So let's say there was a message behind your longer post. Step outside your comfort zone and maybe go live. Sometimes it's scary. I don't know. Like, I know you do go live and stuff. Sometimes it's scary for people, but being genuine and who you are will show people you're a real person, and that you can go through things just like everyone else, and you're trying to change your circumstances just like everyone else. I think that's really key. I'm going to unmute everyone again and just kind of go to the next question if anyone has any. Anyone else have a question so far? Okay, I'm going to go on editing really quickly. So let me just mute everyone. I'm sure there's a button that mutes you guys all at once, but I have no idea where it is, but whatever. So editing is going to be huge. And I will give you guys a screenshot in the Good Vibe Tribe and then my team chat of the apps I use for editing, because it takes 2 minutes to, not even 2 minutes, to just make it crispy and brighter and more contrast. And it will catch people's eye like that a lot more. Like, honestly, it is, I know it sounds so silly, but it is so huge. And I will do a I'll see, Chloe has a video she did for her team on a side-by-side comparison of someone's profile that's spammy, where it's like videos being shared, where it's like only like words being typed out in their post, or where it's like no pictures, or if the pictures are on there, they're not edited, they're not pretty, versus like someone like, you don't have to have a photographer following you around all the time. Obviously, that's not possible. But like, take the 2 seconds and take a bunch of selfies outside really quick, and, you know, use them for a month or so here and there. Like, but edit them differently. You think all my pictures are from the same day? Heck no. That's exhausting. Like, there's times like yesterday I took like probably 10 photos of me sitting outside just in different ways, or like of the computer with my back, like patch showing, and I'll edit those and I'll use those for like, you know, here and there. Like, you guys don't have to make it complicated. Just make it easier on yourself, and take the time to like make your little pictures pretty, post it to whatever you're going through, and I guarantee it will boost your engagement. And going through in the morning before you do anything, like my non-negotiables each morning, I do self-development every morning. And it's something that I didn't do for a very long time, like the first 2 months of my business. But I wasn't feeding myself and I wasn't feeding my team the way they deserved. And I knew that in order to be the best leader that they deserve and to be 200K by July, like that is like, you know, I'm a 40K this month. My boyfriend's at 12K this month. And don't get me wrong, he doesn't build his business. I build the business. So let's just be real here. But like, you guys are more than capable, but it takes pouring into you. Because if I have anxiety and I have depression. And if I allowed my thoughts to get in my mind all the way, like my boyfriend's my biggest supporter, and he'll like pray over me or grab me when I'm having an anxiety attack at times. And he'll just like, you got this. You've always got this. And then I check myself, I get in self-development, and then I pour back into myself, and then I'm ready to go. Like, speak life into your everyday. I guarantee it will change your course of your day. But in the morning, before I message my team, before I get on my messages and see who's in my inbox messaging me about the business, I'm going through and I'm commenting on people's posts. I'm going through and liking people's posts, Instagram and Facebook. Like, I am being so interactive and so purposeful with my time. I'm not going to sit and scroll through Facebook and not be like building my business, because that's my business. So liking and commenting on people's posts and being engaged and being a person is key. Definitely utilize your training videos too in the Hustle page. and utilizing your leaders, because there's a handful of you that are on my team that text me every day or message me every day and are very engaged. And that sets you apart, like straight up, because when you're interacting with your leaders and you're interactive in the chats and you're asking questions instead of just wondering and being interactive, that's what's going to make you go further, because you're utilizing the resources that you need to get to where you want to go. I'm not going to sit and hold everyone's hand if you're not willing to do the work. You know what I mean? And I think that's what it comes down to sometimes, is people need to have that fire in their butt sometimes. Like my best friend, and she'll probably watch me later and hate me for this in a second, but whatever. Like I had to give her a pep talk today, and I was kind of like, you can't expect you to get the paychecks you want when you're not putting in the work your business deserves. Like you got to understand, like if you want a check that is changing your life, then do something every day that's going to change your life. And you've posted 2 times, you know what I mean, in the last week. And those are things that like and she's like, thank you so much. As much as I hate hearing that, and I hate you being like raw and, you know, blunt and kind of harsh, she's like, I needed it. And now she is working on a potential, because it comes down to your mindset, guys. Truly, truly, truly does. And social media, just like our little Instagram, you know, you go on and you see these Instagram models, but the only thing that's different than like them is they're, you know, when they're, half of them are naked and that causes engagement. But like what they're doing is they're consistent. They're posting to their public pretty pictures that are eye-catching consistently, building their followers, building their business. And that's what it comes down to, is being consistent and posting and editing and being you, stepping outside of your comfort zone, doing things that are uncomfortable for you, because greatness does not come from comfort zones at all. And there's a reason why you all join, and it's because you're sick and tired of being where you're at, regardless of whatever the circumstances. Like I get if you don't want to quit your job, you just want this for extra income, or you're paying off debt or whatever it is. But the capability of what this industry can do for you guys is life-changing. Like the home I'm in is because of this business. Like I was able to buy my house because of this company. I have a payment-free car because of this company. It's not to brag at all, because I could care less about the name of the vehicle or anything. It's because I'm putting money back in my savings every month that I wasn't able to do because of this. And that's what I want for you guys. I have girls that are doing the same exact thing. And like in general, we're in a networking business. And if you guys don't I have 10 minutes left, so 1 second. If you guys don't utilize adding people, how do you expect to grow your business? If you're not adding people and you're not growing your network and you're not looking through their profile and seeing if it's people that you'd be like, they're not positive, or, you know, if you can kind of get a vibe from somebody how their mindset is. So if they're like super negative, I do not add them. I do not approve their request. I know it's not trying to judge a book by its cover, but I want people that I'm not going to have to train how to be a person. Like I don't have time for negativity, so I don't need to put that in. So adding at least 3 to 7 people a day is going to help build your network. Then you're not screwing up your algorithms. And then you go in, I write their names down because I'm kind of more organized. I want to have like their names on who I'm adding to my network and who's interacting on my profiles and stuff. I write everyone's names down and I follow up with those people in some sort of way. And following up isn't meaning cold message. Following up is commenting on their post, liking their post, commenting on their pictures, being engaged on their profile. So they see that, hey, I'm out there and I'm watching you, and I'm not being annoying about it. And then they're like, girl, what do you do? Like, what do you do for work? Like, what is it? Like, what are these products doing for you? Like, you're always talking about them. I want to know more. That's what ends up happening. The more you add to your network, the more you engage with people, people will come to you. And I'm not saying you can't message anybody, because by all means, every time someone likes my post, I go through and either comment or like on their post, or I reach out depending if I feel like they could be really good on my team. I'll comment them and I'd be like, thank you very much for taking time out of your day and, you know, supporting my business or liking my post or whatever it may be. I know it's kind of scary at first. So what else do I want to talk about? Oh, making sure your posts are public. that is a big thing. And I know that's creepy and scary. And I have weirdos messaging me all the time, but I delete them and block them. It's not that hard. Really. So I'm
Eat your food.
really quick. It might be loud.
Don't eat your food.
I don't know who that was. But I have a question really quick. Who has questions so far? Because I know I cover a lot at once and I talk and talk. So anyone have questions? You won't. Oh, you have yourself muted, Anna. I'm like, why won't you unmute?
Oh my gosh. So yeah, sorry, I was yelling at my kids.
All the way, Black Label, post.
I have a question. So I have people liking my posts that don't normally, and I kind of asked Hannah about this. Like, how do I don't want to cold message them, but I see that they liked it. Do I just wait for them to come to me, or do I get in their inbox?
I reach out to them and say, thank you very much for taking time out of your day to comment on my post or like on my post, or thank you for supporting me, or whatever is true to you and stuff. I do that. And then they're like, I did it today with a girl, actually. I'm going to mute someone real quick while we're talking. I did it to a girl today, and she was with Rodaine and Fields. And she was like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited that you did that. And then she asked me what company I was with. And, like, all I was like, hey, thank you very much for liking my post. I appreciate it, whatever. And then she's like, oh, you're so welcome. Have a good day. I'm like, you too. Cool. I'm not expecting people to like, oh my God, what do you do for work? I want to be a part of it. Like, I'm not expecting that. It takes time sometimes to build into that conversation. And so eventually people will ask you what you do. Or eventually, like, they see you like that person that like liked on your stuff, for example. I'll say that, and then I'll go in tomorrow or the next day or today and like just interact on their profile a little bit. And then, if they don't reach out to you, that's fine. Like, I sometimes can be pushy and go through the whole, like, it depends on like where they're at. And I know this is such a hard topic for me because I don't want to be like my old business and be like spammy or like it works mindset or cold messaging mindset. But I'll be like, what was it that caught your attention? Or, I saw that, if they're like engaging on my posts all the time, I voice message people, be like, okay, girl, so I see you watching my stuff. Well, like, thank you for the support, but are you like curious about the business or like, what is it? Because you're very interactive on my stuff. Sometimes I'm just blunt and it works and sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes people appreciate it, that I'm not being pushy, that it took me a while to ask them. And then I leave and they'll be like, I just really like how inspirational you are, or I really like how positive you are, or how you speak life into people. I'm like, thank you so much, because that means so much to me, because that's my point. That is what I love to do. I love to help others. That is why I do what I do. And then people are like, well, what do you do? Like, what is your business about? You just kind of have to like take the risk sometimes and just kind of like, play it by ear a little bit and let people kind of like, don't be scared to ask. You guys, I want to side note really quick, because you guys are all working towards your 4K and we have like 4 minutes left. And I know this is not like a part of your like anything, but we have half off just for mine and Megan's team. Like, Chris and Ashley Casey are doing the $200 off of the $400 pack, or the $400 off of the $800 pack. Can I stress how much that is changed? The 2 to 3 people out of $800 pack would hit your 4K. Or because that's $1,600 in volume, it's double volume right now. Or one person ordering your $400 pack, they build the value. Like, Haley just joined today and she's on a freaking Zoom. That shows me where her heart is and what she wants. And you guys, for 2 months of hi babies. Oh, you make me have baby fever, guys. Everyone has babies and baby fever. Okay, let me finish this. Sorry. So with those packs, you guys, that is gonna launch your business, but building value. So you get 10 free shipping codes, or 10% off codes with the 400 pack, 20 with the 200 or the 800. Plus, you get paid on a little bit of higher level, and you get 3 months of products or 5 months worth of products. And you guys, for half off, like for a full month of products, it's like $200 for like a full month of product practically. So when they're spending $200 and they're getting 3 months worth of products plus all that extra stuff, people rather do that and get the value of it, because 10 samples sold out of that pack is making their money back and some. So when I put it in perspective, everyone that's been joining my team has been joining on the packs. So every one time you see me going in and adding people, it is not with anything less than the $400 pack. Hands down, straight up. It's because people are understanding that they're spending $200 instead of spending $200 on 1 month. They're going to get to spend $200 on 3 months. And they're getting all the product codes for free shipping and 10% off, and they're getting paid on a little bit of higher tier. With the $800 pack, you get paid as a 200K leader. Like, you mean you'd still base off of your commission, but if you do that pack within your first 30 days, you get paid on like both of those packs pay you so much better. I wish I would have utilized it when I started. I regret that I didn't. And when you find that value and that perspective, people will see it and they'll be like, okay, I want to be a part of that. 4 to 5 people on the $400 pack would put you at your 200K bonus or 4K bonus. Like, you guys, that's changing lives. And so it comes down to kind of word choices. And that's why I'm so big on that, because with the $25 off, what I'm doing is I'm telling you guys, sorry, I'm seeing who just messaged me. I'm telling people on the $25 off, when you go and order, and I'm going to get cut off right now because my Zoom's about to end, but I'm telling people I'm applying the $25 at the checkout. So when you join, I'm going to give you $25 off. I'm not telling people, hey, you get $25 in product credit before it. I'm saying, you know what? If you want to get this order in and you're really serious or you want to start, cool. Then at the end of your order, I'll give you $25 off of your order if it's not a pack. So clarify that. And then people are like, see the value in it. Or, whatever it may be. If you're starting, what I'll do, if you're deciding you want to order today or be a pre-order, I'll give you additional $25 today as well. Like, stress, urgency, assume the sale, and just figure out some word choices sometimes that put things in a different perspective. That's like the harder part that I've picked up and utilized. So when you guys need like your leader in a conversation, I will seal the deal for you. Like, utilize me or Megan or Hannah or, whatever. Like, we have huge leaders on our team that have gotten where they got because they've utilized their resources. So each one of you guys are capable of the same thing, and I'm probably going to cut off soon. But does anyone have anything in the chat? Just drop it in there so that I can go over any questions. I'm going to be doing more trainings this week too. But I just wanted to do just a quick, training on social media and like the little bits of things that I've been utilizing. And I've boosted my business so much, guys, okay? I hope you